Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brett Mower,
and this is IFXtra. So how's everyone doing this week? We've had a bit of a hot week, so I've been outside painting my shed. It's a kind of a blurple colour.
Yes, it is actually the original Discord blurple. It's very cool.
Oh gosh, but what have you been doing this week in the heat?
I've been in the office, one, being hot, and two, doing app stuff.
Cool. How's it going?
Getting there.
Ooh.
Like I like building stuff. It's great. Doing sort of user interface kind of stuff and layout stuff is always really frustrating because it never quite works how you want it to, and you go like, oh, I just want this thing to be in the center of this other. Anyway, so I spent quite a while sorting out some layout stuff for IRL, which is going to be in this new version of the app. Just sort of trying to get the layout nice for the uploading process of it, and for when you are describing an IRL drawing, because normally all of the drawings are the same aspect ratio, like 3.5 to 3, yeah, whatever. But IRL games, because people are taking photos and uploading them, they can be like any kind of shape and size. True. So it's really awkward kind of dealing with it. Yeah. Anyway, so that's done. Finally in the app I've just added one of the requested things, which is being able to register with an email address. Obviously you can do that on the web, but the phone app didn't support that. Well, I think the Windows one did, but the Android one didn't. So it's getting added to Android, and then it will be in iOS when that happens as well. I've got to do sort of the new user onboarding thing, like the little tutorial. But yeah, it's kind of getting there. Cool. We've got challenges in there now. It's close. I mean, what are we today? The 19th.
It'll be done.
We'll see. It'll be fine. And another few days solid on it. We'll probably get it out to some more testers, and then maybe do some of the iOS stuff whilst they're testing Android. Get it out to some iOS testers, and then get it out. And
then you can do something else.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Yes. It has been very difficult focusing on one project for such a long time. I am absolutely desperate to do something else temporarily. Might do some quiz updates, loose files updates, something like that.
Loose files, we need to get on that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's the next big thing, I think. Wonderful. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. But it's coming along. Thanks for bearing with us. Soon.
Okay, now it's time to go and see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Peter Pansexual for Lobster Surfing the Internet. I just love the look on his face. He looks rather disapproving of what he's found on Google there. Nice work, Peter.
My favourite description this week was 2 people hiding in a bunker while UFOs burn the Earth by 9%. I like the way they've added a little flair rather than just going for a straight description. Adding in the idea of the UFOs burning the Earth. It's a really good touch. Nice work, 9%.
Community pick of the week this week goes to MCSC for About to be Caught in the Shower. That fish looks a little bit alarmed. Maybe he's spotted that hook that's coming down to catch him. Nice work, MC. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we talked about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said, what was the last book that you read? Could be fiction, non-fiction, school book. Just tell us what it's about. So I said I just finished Hamnet, which is a fictionalised account of how Shakespeare met his wife and then how their only son Hamlet died from the plague, which is quite sad really, but it is quite an uplifting book in the end. I liked it. It was really good. Lots of detail from, back in the 16th century and everything. Fascinating stuff. Yeah. But Callum said he just read I Am Legend and it was nothing like the Will Smith film. But that's like most adaptations, he guesses.
This is true. I've seen the film of that, but I haven't read the book.
Okay. Yeah, the books are, especially science fiction, they tend to be very different, don't they?
I mean, I know with I Am Legend, there's like a second version of it where like the ending is very different. Really? So I don't know if that's more like the book. I don't know.
Vi said mine was Astrophysics for Busy People by Neil deGrasse Tyson, while I might need to reread it some more to fully grasp the concept, it was a great read. I like that kind of thing where they summarise things for you, especially if you're not an expert on it.
Astrophysics for busy people.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's cool. What else have we got?
Canabita says, I used to devour books, but over the last couple of years, I've gotten lazy and I read much less. The last book I read was The Physician by Noah Gordon.
Yeah, I looked up that one, and it's about the in the medieval times, some guy who had a special talent for knowing whether people were going to live or die, which in those days with witchcraft and everything was quite a dangerous thing to do. So yeah, it sounds fascinating.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Fennec Fox 25 says, my last book was The Gang That Wouldn't Write Straight, Wolfe Thompson, Dion Capote, and the New Journalism Revolution by Mark Weingarten. It was worth my time.
I looked this up on Amazon as well. £72. It's a very rare book.
Wow.
I'd keep hold of that if you've got it, if it's your own. Yeah, apparently there weren't that many published, but yeah, it sounds fascinating. Kind of a history of journalism in America since the war. So yeah.
I feel like I don't really get much chance to read at the moment. The last book I started reading but didn't finish was the Thursday Murder Club, which I couldn't really, it's like Richard Osman's book, which I couldn't really get into. So I've had a little break from it, and I might go back to it at some point. The last book that I actually finished was book 2 of the Ottawa Detective series.
Yeah, they're awesome. They are.
I mean, you know, plugging community stuff. So
Amber's uncle.
Yeah, Amber, who you might know as one of our Discord and stream mods and interference player. It's her uncle. And they're really good.
They're interesting.
He's written 3. I've got the 3rd one, but I haven't started it yet. So I might start that actually.
Yeah, you go for it.
But yeah, Ottawa Detective series, very good.
Okay, now it's time to go and see what we'll be talking about next week in the forums. Have you discovered anything new recently? A podcast, TV show, book, life hack, or amazing fact? Share it with us.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool.
And don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night. It's Zeitgeist on Sundays, and it's 5 rounds with 5 different topics.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. UK time, we run Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week, over on twitch.tv/interference. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. So the way it works is Bunnery picks 5 of her favourite drawings from interference this week and uses them as inspiration for topics. So we might have a drawing of a seagull, which would give rise to a round on seabirds, seaside resorts, oceans, things with wings, that kind of stuff. But no one knows what any of this is ahead of time. Like, not even me. I just show up and see what happens. But you do like to tease us with the featured artists, don't you?
I do, yeah. This week we have got Peter Pansexual, we've got Atarix12, Heraclium, Cara555, and 9%.
Okay, so a couple of kind of older sort of players there, regular players, and a few of the newbies as well.
Exactly.
Very
Some
nice.
interesting drawings and interesting rounds.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens on Sunday with that. But yeah, what happened last Sunday then?
Well, last Sunday, Grinning Goose won with 184 points. Mo was second with 171, and Blue Jay Tempest was third with 161.
I mean, that feels like it's quite tight because there was only like a question and a bit.
I know,
you know, between
but nobody got
first and second place.
Nobody got over 200 that time. So
yeah.
that was quite a hard quiz.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're hoping this week might be a bit easier.
Interesting. So, so that one was quite close. But we also do a quiz on Thursdays. We have Zeitgeist 20, which is 1 topic and 20 questions. And what were we doing this time?
It was all about cities, cities around the world.
Okay. And so who did the best there?
That was Vice. Vice won with 181, and really close behind was Callum with 180, and then Darth was third with 156. That was quite a hard one as well.
I mean, that was very tight, wasn't it?
Was.
Just 1 point in it. You get a bonus point if you're the fastest correct answer, and so it was that made the difference there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. But next week on Thursday, we're going to have a round of 20 questions entitled, Who Am I?
Oh, okay. I think we've had a Who Am I before,
haven't we? Different people this time.
Okay, so you're going to sort of describe someone, like what they did or what they said, and we got to work out who it is from that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, if you'd like to join us for that, that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. UK time, over on twitch.tv/interference.
Okay, I think that's all the news for now, so it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play along on the web at playinterference.com or search for the app in your app store. Just search for Interference. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, Facebook at PlayInterference. We're also on Patreon at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support, the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the new app, running the quiz, all of these other bits and pieces of things we want to do for you. We really appreciate your support, and in return you get things like replays and interference and custom entrance shoutouts from Ava in the quiz.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.